It's BMW Hong Kong Derby weekend. 14 will go to post looking for their share of $18 million. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by Paul Lally, our form analyst, and Brett Davis as well. Brett, and the Derby, obviously, is the big one. What an outstanding undercard it is as well. Absolutely, Andrew, yes. All roads will lead to Sha Tin on Sunday, no doubt, for the BMW Hong Kong Derby, which has brought together a stellar field. Obviously going to see, be interesting to see who comes up favourite. The barrier draw's thrown a couple of little spanners into the works for a few. Perfect for Singapore Sling, I would have thought, in 3. And as you say, yes, a terrific support program, a lot of nice young horses. And again, we get to see Pakistan Star in action. We do indeed. And Paul, he's running in the, well, there's no jackpots firstly, but he's running in the Rapper Dragon handicap, which is quite apt. Yeah, well, they used to have a couple of good runs together, didn't they? So he's got his opportunity to win his nemesis' race here. He'll come up the shortest price favourite of the afternoon. There's no question about that. I think Pakistan Star, a lot of even races. The Derby in particular looks even this race. Shows how really international this race is. You've got 4 of the main chances. Singapore Sling is obviously South African bred. You've got Exultant, European bred. Nothing I like more, Australian bred. Penghai Star, the Kiwi. So there's plenty of international flavour, if anything, into this year's Derby. Absolutely, yeah. Rapper Dragon, what a sensation he was last year, winning the clean sweep. Obviously, sad to lose him. I don't think there's a Rapper Dragon in there on Sunday, but who's to know what they might go on to do? Well, what we've got this year is a race in the sense that there could be half a dozen people heading into Sunday thinking, I've got a life chance of winning this race. Definitely, yeah. Whereas last year we didn't. No, that's right. It was Rapper Dragon, the one to beat. The rest is a bit of a... Pakistan Star was the danger. Yeah, the main one. But here, I think top 5 numerical order are all capable of winning the race. From 6 downwards, it gets a little bit trickier. But there are 1 or 2 down the bottom. I think Paul's going to make a bit of a case for Rocketeer, who's had a terrific prep, no doubt. A couple that are right out of the handicaps that I think might improve, but they've got to find a lot to be matching it with those that have got the rating on the board. All right, all of that to come then. Race number 8 for the Derby itself. Now, the horses that won't be lining up on Derby Day. Primero has been replaced by Little Bird. That's in race number 5, and Berta Rispoli will be on board. In race number 5 as well, Harbour Century replaced by the last start winner in Winner St Paul's. He could make things interesting because it's already a hot-looking race, that 5th. That is a really good race, and with him coming in, yes. Absolutely. And Super Missile, unfortunately, it's been scratched. He's lane behind. He would have been a very short price in the final event, but he is out. So 10 races on the turf and the A course, the rail in the true position, of course, for our 56th meeting, which is Derby Day. The Super Saturn handicap is how we start Class 4 over the 1,600 metres with Let Us Win. Damien Oliver in town. He'll jump from barrier 7. City Legends behind Markula last time out. Zach Burton from 4. Gerard Moss's in town as well. He was also behind Markula, Desmios last time out from barrier 14. He will jump. Namjong Plus coming out of that race. He finished 3rd. Relise was runner-up behind Markula. Pinion Swiftness gets up to the 1,600 metres here at Sha Tin for the first time. Viva Council's got some pace from barrier 6. And Sports Master, very close to a class drop, but he's come up with an inside gate as well. Yep, the Super Saturn, of course, winning for Douglas White and Casper Fownes a few years ago now. No real noted leader in the first, Class 4, 1,600 metres. Maybe Viva Council can take it up. Pinion Swiftness, Electric Lightning might have to roll forward from 13. Let Us Win, Sports Master. It was a tricky start regarding working out the speed map for race 1. A horse that will want some pace, though, is Namjong Plus. Keith Young aboard. He has come from the back in his 3 starts to date, and he's got barrier 10. But, look, he's the early favourite, and he's working well leading into this contest, so everything going right for him. Relise has been very consistent this season, running a couple of 4ths in a couple of seconds last 2 starts, and he's maintained his condition nicely with a nice workout here down the back straight the other day. That was on the 12th of March. You can see him going nicely. And Viva Council, you can see him working with Great Sky. He was given a bit of extra rain, and the way he went, he's going nicely enough as well. He did win on this turf as well, this horse. He's a possible leader. He'll be somewhere near the pace anyway. Yep. Barrier 6 for him. All right, well, let's start off with Let Us Win. Top weight here, Damien Oliver in the saddle. Chased home remarkable last time out, who has since gone on and won again. The interesting thing with this horse, the class is there for him. 2 starts in the grade for a 2nd and a 3rd. He's yet to win from 22, and his best 2 efforts from his last 4 starts have been on the all-weather. So no all-weather racing there on Derby Day, unfortunately, for him. So that's a negative. I managed to sneak him into the tips because of the easier contest again, and the winner there, Remarkable, looks pretty decent type.
But he's certainly no oil painting and no moral, I wouldn't have thought.
No, he's come up quite short, isn't he? 1,800 metres his last couple of runs, so he comes back to the 1,600. I didn't find a place for him. I just thought he was... I don't know where exactly he fits in, and £133 put me off a bit.
All right, OK. Well, he's current joint favourite with Namjong Plus, who we see here, finishing third. This is the Markula race, so a whole host of them involved. Red Elise, Desmios, City Legend and Viva Council there too.
Yeah, out of this lot, I think Namjong Plus and City Legend are two horses that have got progress in them. They're fairly lightly raced. City Legend's already had a little bit of an issue between his first prep and the one that he's in now, but his first up run was a massive performance, and that was 1,400. Then he ran OK here at 1,600. I think barrier 4 now. Zach Purton's been on him once and was second. I'm just going to take the chance that even with the lack of pace in the race, he might be able to sit a little handier, and he just might have a bigger engine than most of these.
Yeah, I've put Red Elise in because he's been consistent this season, and I've put Desmios in because I think Frankie Law's got him going quite well.
There's actually quite a few horses in this race, Andrew, that have got good form, suggesting they're going to win, but they need pace and they're not going to get it.
All right, there's not too many gimmies on Derby Day, that's for sure. One more race to have a look at here. Enormous Honour, who we've been watching run around at Happy Valley of late. Electric Lightning and Sports Master. I've got a question mark against his name from barrier 2, but close to that class drop.
He is close to a drop in grade, as you've highlighted. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished closer. His last two have been better. Electric Lightning disappointed me last start. In fact, his last few have been a little bit on the ordinary side. I thought he might have progressed a little bit more than he has. An Enormous Honour where you can take him if you like him. He's been around plenty of times before. Doesn't win out of turn.
No, 2 wins from 44 starts speaks volumes, I think, with him. But he does catch the eye a few times, so he does sack you in a few times.
All right, OK, so an open-looking market at this stage. Let us win. Just favourite, but not for you, Paul.
No, not for me. I'm going to go with a horse you haven't mentioned, which is Viva Council. I liked his track work leading into this, and he'll be on the pace. And I think if he dictates, he can get away with some soft sectionals here. And at $18, we'll take him each way. He's 1 off 39, and Matthew Chadwick's pretty good on these front runners. So we've got him on top. Red Elise is very consistent. Desmios has improved, and Namjong Plus will want a bit of pace on from the back. But at $18, I'll happily go each way the 12.
Fair enough, Paul. I'm going to shop for a bit of value too, and I'm actually quite keen on City Legend. He's had 8 starts, 4 seconds and a third. Had he have turned a couple of those marginal defeats into wins, he wouldn't even be in this class. And he's drawn well. He can sit a little bit handier. I'm going to say have a little bit of an each-way bet on him. He might be a good start to the day. Let us win, Namjong Plus, Electric Lightning. But I'll be backing the 2 each way and playing a Q125.
Yeah, it's a tricky start, isn't it? I've ended up with Let Us Win, but I say there's more than 4 chances in there, I think, in the first.